Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra Couraud, and today I'm going to be running you through my anthropological study on urbanization, commensality, and food culture of the southwestern Han Chinese. First, I did an ethnographic approach in which I interviewed a local University of Oregon student named Lee. In the next few slides, I'm going to have Lee express to you the kind of things we went over in our interview we had together, just as a way to give you guys a more personable perspective to how I based my research project and how I came to my conclusions. So with that, I'll have Lee speak to you a little.
Thank you, Alex. Hi, everyone. My name is Li. Whole name Li Haozhi. I'm from Yunnan, China. I just want to tell you more about what we eat over there in southwestern China. We got a lot of unique food like rice noodles, hot pot, stir-fried stuff. It's really good food, and you'll never find them in the U.S. And as you can see on the picture, we just, at my apartment, we got our own small field, and we buy the vegetables, food, ingredients from the market, and which I think is quite healthy. It's organic, and you see them, and it's all good food. Urbanization is a huge thing now in China, and myself, when I was 12, my whole family moved from my hometown to a bigger city named Kunming, and the food over there is really different and the culture is different, and that just affects us. We just don't get a chance to eat our own food. But I just realized the food culture, even though we move around, but it's still heavily centered on family engagement and gathering.
Thank you very much, Lee. In a quick synopsis of the biological research that I did for this research project, I will just quickly go over how urbanization trends are changing nutritional outcomes for the Southwestern Chinese. Traditionally, Southwestern Chinese diets are very nutritional because of localized agricultural practices, which lead to fresh vegetables, fruits, much like Lee was talking about, localized produce markets, which leads to high-end nutritional values. But westernization and urbanization are kind of leading to biological trends that lend to more dietary diversity, but it's a more vapid nutritionally because the foods are more high in sugar, carbohydrates, kind of like the more westernized processed foods are. So to transition from the biological proponent to the next proponent of my research, I'm going to talk about urbanization trends in southwestern China. So urbanization is a huge factor of Chinese economy and food consumption, and with overall urbanization rate increasing from 2008 to 2012 by over 18%, and the urban population growing by 4.9%, which translates to roughly 4 million new urban residents annually. This meaning that urbanization is a huge trend happening in China, and this directly affects cultural and societal practices surrounding food. Next, I kind of move to a more cultural perspective in which I kind of gauged how localization versus urbanization is affecting food culture in southwestern China, and kind of as Lee talked about, the rapid urbanization that is happening in China is kind of taking the culture away from agriculturally heavy to more industrialized, and therefore food culture is becoming a mixture of traditional southwestern Chinese culture and kind of a little more westernized. That being said, commensality practices among families and friends likely is still really heavily prevalent in the southwestern Chinese culture, and this has seen the extension of food tradition instead of kind of this morphing into westernization that we've seen in some other cultures that are experiencing urbanization. And so in conclusion, I would like to say that commensal practices are really keeping tradition steady in southwestern China, even through urbanization. And this is leading to stronger biological and nutritional outcomes, as well as strong cultural and familial ties between all the southwestern Han Chinese. So that was just a quick run through of all the information I've kind of have so far. I do have a lot more statistics, but unfortunately I don't have enough time to bring that all in today. I hope you've enjoyed this, and please ask me any questions if you have any or want any further information. Thank you.
谢谢。It's good. It's really good.